Hey everyone, Sean here, and today we're going to be looking at Apple's iPad Pro. This is Apple's top-of-the-line mobile solution, and in this review, we're going to be looking at some of its pros and its cons, as well as determining whether or not this device can replace your everyday laptop.
This iPad's showing off a 12.9-inch Retina display with a killer resolution of 2732 by 2048, and for comparison, that's even more than the top-of-the-line 15-inch Retina MacBook Pro. This basically means that the iPad is super sharp, bright, and very, very big. And because of its large size, when you compare the iPad Pro with previous models, as well as other mobile devices that Apple sells, there are some noticeable benefits. The first is that this iPad Pro packs a 10,300 milliamp battery. That's enough battery to last multiple days of heavy usage on a single charge. Secondly, that extra size provides enough room for there to be a set of stereo speakers on both the top and the bottom of the iPad. This means that videos that utilize stereo sound are really crisp and can get really loud. Now, it wouldn't be fair to mention the benefits of having a larger iPad without mentioning some of the setbacks as well. For example, for every added inch in size of the screen, there's also added weight. And in this case, even though that weight is evenly spread throughout the entire iPad, it's still roughly 1.6 pounds, which makes it really cumbersome to hold in one hand for a long period of time. However, the most glaring issue with the iPad Pro is the lack of utilizing all of the new screen real estate. This is because instead of using newly dedicated software for this iPad, it uses the same iOS that every other Apple mobile device uses. And fun fact, there are as many pixels between two icons on the iPad Pro's homepage as there were in the entire original iPhone. The actual viewing experience of the iPad Pro is at its best when you're in an app and you see the rich color, or you're browsing through a web page and you're looking at rich text. The high pixel density and the large screen size also contribute to many other pleasurable viewing experiences, including a much easier to use on-screen keyboard and multitasking between two different applications simultaneously while maintaining a high quality image in both. Now to take a second and dive into the performance of the new iPad Pro. This device contains Apple's all-new A9 processor chip, as well as 4 GB of RAM, and its benchmarks for uploading and downloading are off the charts. And simply put, all of these things contribute to the iPad's lag-free and seamless performance.
So, to answer the question in the beginning, can this iPad replace your everyday laptop? For every function, most definitely not. But for major functions, such as internet browsing or video consumption, there's really nothing out there that's better. Well, that's all for this one. I hope you all found this review super helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.